Yo, this I can't take with Lisa now, you know.
Your love, I'm gonna make you mine. There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Okay. So luckily these things don't bite yet. I don't know. There's a whole thing you can look up about where they came from. There's a whole conspiracy
I told you
from UF and this whole thing. But I thought we already seen them this year, but they are back, and they are back with a vengeance. Let me show you. This is what they don't want you about Central Florida, and I'm pretty sure at some point they'll be all over Florida, but because I think they started in North Florida and now they're definitely a Central Florida problem.
South Florida, just
not in these swarms. This is literally one of the things to consider when moving to Central Florida. They are back with a vengeance. If we weren't cooking right now, you could hear them like tapping on the glass when they bounce into the glass. These little things here keeping us inside right now are love bugs. And I wish I could go outside and show you. They are swarming everywhere at like all the entrances. And just a second ago, we were out there. We moved all the stuff out there. We were getting ready to install the fan. I gotta let Kellan. This is one of his things. Boo! Comedy errors. I was ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door, trying to tell Lisa like open the garage door so I can get in there. Cause I was around front with Kellan and they just out of nowhere they just descend upon the ends like out of nowhere.
I saw maybe one or two in the back. When I opened the front door, like there's like thousands of them.
Yeah.
I had to close the door real quick. I was like,
you know the worst thing was, and then Lisa looking at me like, why you knocking on the door like that? Like, bruh, cause there's a million of these things up there like swarming with. I had to run and put on the car cover because that's another thing. So it's not just the icky bugs. So these bugs, they don't bite. But what they do is they're in some kind of weird mating thing they do. That's why you see them coupled up like this. But they release an acid that can burn car paint. Oh, Lisa want to show you something that we're cooking. So this is the sausage that we've been raving about. That we don't have a sponsorship from, but at the rate we're going, they would really do well with how much praises we give them. So they come in this package. This is how they come. It's like six or eight
in a pack, in one little pack.
Yeah, it's a 3-pack of them, of 6 in each one. How to really describe them? Like
Coney Island hot dogs, like.
Oh, that's the highest praise you can get, like from Lisa. So yeah. Almost like a Hillshire Farms kind of flavor, but like back in the day.
Hillshire Farms never used to use pork casing on their sauce.
No, not because there used to be a beef one we used to buy when I was little.
Right, exactly. As kids, I remember that.
Regular scheduled programming with these bugs everywhere, and they will leave behind a stain. Sometimes I've seen them on the glass. And you can kind of hurry up and kind of clean the glass. So the glass is not bad, but the car is really bad. I had to run and put the car cover on the other car. That's what I don't understand. There's people up here that immediately move in and they convert their garage and they treat their garage like, oh, it's this bonus room that no one is like counting. So when I buy a 3-2, like I can just convert it into this room. And I'm like, yeah, but what do you do with your cars? Like, I get it. It's Florida. You park outside. But like when this comes around and it's free. The 1 or 2 times a year that it's freezing up here for like 2 seconds and then it gets hot as hell, which is, you know, I know people from like the Midwest and like up north are gonna be like, that's not cold, you guys don't know what cold is. Listen, we are from the Caribbean. Stop telling us when it hit 40s and them thing, then we seen frost on the car. That's not real cold. Me never tell you to live anywhere where it's snow and all that. I know that it's freezing and I would love to come and visit, but that's why I can't live up there. Yet again, another thing that I can say for myself is living in them freezing temperature. But I can tell you, when it does hit the 40s, and yeah, we got 30s, and it was like frosted up glass and ice on the car and all kind of stuff. Then it goes from that to like maybe 60 or something, or 70 in a day. So you went from like mad layers of clothes to like stripping off everything because you're burning up. It's crazy. But yeah, no one warns you about these things. And even when we used to visit for Disney and stuff, we would see them, but it's another level when you live here. Look at this. They're actually making a chain now of 3 or 4 or 6 of them together.
Orgy.
You see, when you try to be productive. Anyway, let me eat my food and see if we can maybe start working on the fan inside. So the plan is we have 2 of these fans. We'll have one like this in the bedroom, in our master bedroom, and one down here, obviously. So we're gonna take that one, because it's an indoor-outdoor fan, from the bedroom and put it here. Hopefully the light don't hang down too low where it's not illuminating out there, because we like to leave the light on at night. And it's a pretty cool light, I have to say. The light has 3 different tones that you can change the light to. And it obviously has like different settings that you can put the fan on. So hopefully by the end of this vlog, we'll be showing you at least that fan up. Although, if we take down the fan, we're going to complete the project, because I don't see us sleeping without a fan. Super Jamaican. Anyway, wish us luck, alright? See you guys on the other side. You see this? This came out of this after being spit out by this child right here. Anyway, when Lisa end up edit this, she'll find out. Kellan better pray that this thing dry before then, because me not get involved in that. Me go fix fan. We're doing the inside one first, so obviously we won't be without a fan tonight. And hopefully, because the other fan is built already, it will just be putting up the framework for that one when we take the light down. See upstairs. We're going to be putting up this Hampton Bay fan. Just so you guys see the specs on the fan. 54 inches, so it is a decent size. LED lights. It's 5 blades. It has the smart integration for the phones. You can integrate it with your Amazon things and all of that if you're into that. I don't like that kind of stuff personally. I never think you should have anything that everything works through, because then you just need one thing to be hacked and then, or like to malfunction, and then you're out of gas. This has 4 speeds as far as the fan itself. And then as far as the lighting, there's 6 different tones that it will go through. And you see the tone difference, really. It's not just like a dimmer, like it's like brighter. And you see the color change difference. Fan is like a little bit more upgraded. This one is only indoor, right? Indoor, yes. Yeah, this is strictly indoor. But the ones that we have now are indoor-outdoor, which makes them very versatile. Lisa is amazed by this thing.
Between this house and our last house, we probably installed maybe at least like 8 to 10 fans. So when you see these like really cool, like, oh, that's a nice touch, because you always
makes it a little easier.
Yeah, because this is something that comes off, and if you need to adjust the fan, you have to kind of like pull it off. But the fact that it has a magnet is a really like, Hampton Bay always does like some fancy stuff.
Again, projects are much easier when we're working together, because at least even if one of us is working, the other one can kind of keep Kellan like out of the way. I can only try to imagine if we tried to, like, Lisa was trying to like do this by herself when I'm at work or something like that. Same thing kind of with like me going on the road. I'm gonna try to hit the road. It's Sunday, so there's gonna be Sunday hours on top of like Sam's already having some kind of crazy hours. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do the greatest of jobs of documenting this, because we're also trying to the extra hands are being used with Kellan. We have like 3 screwdrivers out right now. And that is the inside outside fan. This is the new one, pretty much already assembled. We just have to put up there and everything has come down. I'm always been telling Lisa, like, we don't have to turn off all the lights in the house. We don't have to turn off all the lights in the house. And then one day we tried to turn off just specifically the one place to work at the breaker, and I don't remember, but something was still live. And this house, the markings downstairs are somewhat accurate. They're not all the way accurate, so we just shut off everything. So AC is off, everything is off. Kellan's iPad is just being run off one of our cell phones mobile hotspot. Lisa's changing him right now. We're gonna get this fan up and then we can at least make sure that it's working, turn on back everything, and then I can tackle outside. So we're 1/3 of the way done. The good thing is we didn't have to take this fan apart to get it down. So really once we get that part up outside, we'll just hang it up and it will already be fully installed and programmed to the right remote and stuff. So yeah, I'm confident in saying we're 1/3 of the way through this at this point. So I know Lisa not gonna like that I turned on the camera about this, but I had to share this with you guys. So we were just about to hang this fan and try test it out, and then we realized that this color, which is not a bad color, but it would be another wood color in here. We already have that color wood, we have this, so we didn't want to add yet another color wood to the mix.
Before we started, I made sure to start doing the blades so it could be a little quicker when it was ready to hang. Like Dan could come and just hang it.
The problem is this one is screwed in. The one that we have just clicks in blades. That one's a little quicker.
What brand is that?
I'm not sure, you know. It still might be a Hampton Bay. The issue with this is we're looking at the color that we want up. So when we went to put it up and I literally was about to hang it, Lisa looked and saw the wood. So we're literally removing the blades all again to screw them all. Each one of them has like 3 screw holes. So yeah, real life, these are the little annoying things that you run into. And of course, the lazy man in me came out. I was like, yo, it's not really that bad. And it really isn't. It's a nice wood color. That's why we went for it, that we have that option. At some point, maybe we'll go into a room where we'll want that. But for now, we wanted the black facing down. So almost there. Almost there.
We're getting some things done, guys. I think this might be the last step of the install. Attaching the light shade. Pretty easy install. It was literally just the blade thing that kind of caught us. It was not a bad install. Would you agree?
Yeah, the only thing is I wish they had snap blades. If they had just stuck with that, putting up this part, most of the difficulty came from working around the blades that are already inserted. You might not understand what he's saying about the snap blades. Instead of it screwing in.
Yeah, it literally just like snaps out. Yeah.
Why haven't they all gone to that at this point? I don't know.
That technology, Hampton Bay, you should have continued with all your fans.
That's the only criticism I have for it.
Overall, pretty good install. Now we're gonna turn on the fan because we literally have been doing this for maybe about like 45 minutes, an hour. But start and stop. But it's time to put Kellan to sleep, and then once he wakes up, we'll probably hit Sam's Club, and that's about it. But while he's sleeping, we're gonna probably try to install the outside fan. Let's see. Okay, it is up. We closed the windows, that's why it looks so dark in here. It's not like nighttime. But look at that glow. Look at that. Hi. Look at that glow. That's looking nice. But yeah, we accomplished that. That was a big goal that we really wanted to accomplish. Taking it down, putting and installing a new fan. Again, we'll see how much time we have about installing the one downstairs, but we're going to eat now. Dana's going to make some hamburgers. Question. I think I've used this like once. This Grace packet, the coconut milk powder. Did you guys know I've only used I think once, but did you know on the back there's a conversion chart if you're doing coconut milk versus coconut cream? So I was like, oh, I'm gonna just try to make this like pina colada drink. out of coconut milk. And then I saw this and I was like, let me see if I could just use the powder. But I realized that there's a conversion. You just end up using less water to make it get a coconut cream. So I'm gonna try this out and make my little passion fruit pina colada mix. All right, I'm doing my mixology stuff. I'm being the bartender for the day. I made like a pina colada kind of base. I used some pineapple chunks. Used frozen pineapples, but I can't find pineapples. That's what I had. I made the cream coconut mix. Put that in the blender. I have some passion fruit, like juice. It's 100% juice and like 0 sugars and all that stuff. So this is what I got the other day for myself. I added some of this Cointreau, I think is how they say it. I'm gonna add some of this Appleton Estate. I already added some of this coconut rum, Vita Coco, coconut water.
All right, so this is still up. If you're wondering why, it's because we're hungry. So Sam's just got cancelled. That might be our next time I'm off, or maybe I run and do it tomorrow before work or something. We'll see how that works. I'm going to show you what we have got for lunch. So here we go, the finished product. This is these Kirkland 100% grass-fed burgers. They do not say organic on them. Basically a billion burger at home. The fries taste so much better than they look. They might just look kind of like plain and just like, oh, okay, they're fries, but like I don't know what Lisa put on them, but they're perfectly starchy. The mushrooms and the onions, and I hate onions. I'm growing to like eat onion now.
Dan made like a mix-up sauce. It's like honey mustard flavored, but he made the honey mustard kind of spicy, kind of sweet.
Honey, just your regular mustard, ketchup, some sriracha, and then some scotch bonnet, along with some mayo in there. Very close to a Chick-fil-A kind of style, but spicier because of the scotch bonnet and the sriracha.
Oh,
yeah. Sure. What I probably do is, as soon as we're done eating, go out there and start the fan. These are our cups from our wedding. They actually sit on top of this like this as the only coaster thing.
So
funny enough, we got something like this for our honeymoon, and we're walking around the whole cruise with them, like a plastic version of them. But it came from
everybody was asking, like, where did you get that from?
Yeah.
They were like, we're just cool people like that.
Yeah, we just kept telling them, no, we're like nerds, we brought this ourselves, and they're like, damn, I should have did that.
Take a bite. Come, take a bite. First bite for me. Very good. Nice and juicy. Excellent. What's your take?
Yeah, the burger came out really well. The quality of the beef is really nice. I just put them in the cast iron, flip them over after a minute, and just use the spatula and just put some slits in it, so it just doesn't end up too raw in there. But even though you start to see the juice come out, and most people be like, no, what you doing? You're gonna make them dry? They never come out dry.
We've told you about this grass-fed burgers that we get, pre-made burgers that we get at Costco. They were normally in this green bag, said grass-fed, non-hormone and stuff like that. This new one that I picked up wasn't green anymore, but it said grass-fed Wagyu beef.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if it's different. I don't know if they still make the green one. I don't know if they just changed the packaging, but it looks a little different. But it tastes really good. You know, I don't know if there's a taste difference that I would say that I could pick out, but this is definitely a win. It was $25. I think we bought it for cheaper than that before, but it's 18 burgers. They're big burgers. If you really wanted to, I guess you could maybe even half them and make like kind of like sliders, like those big like kind of fat sliders if you really wanted to. But They're good burger size. We're gonna finish eating. Probably watch a family movie because Kellan, I think, is up right now because it's Sunday. Why not? And then enjoy the rest of the day. So see you on the other side.
Or is it just the black that don't get used?
That I don't remember this. I was like, yo, we should have taken a picture of it. So we are installing the outside fan, and we don't remember how to install. So there's always like an extra, not always. In this, we have to research it again and see exactly what the extra line is for. But there's one that has to be just capped, huh?
It's supposed to be a local light.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out, because if we do it, then it gets to the point. Are you came back downstairs? It gets to the point that we have to leave one out. So, but we just don't remember which color it is. So yeah, we're installing the outside one. It is getting a little dark. The orange, beautiful orange skies. And I don't think you guys can really see it on the camera, but it is a beautiful like orange tinge. Definitely do love Florida skies. But it is getting dark, so we're trying to, you know, make haste in order to finish this and get to the next project, which is dinner time.
You're gonna lock it.
He looked like he actually opened it up.
Unlock it. Well,
got locked out again.
This is why I never come outside without the key. He was actually trying to come outside. So, luckily the garage, I think, is open anyway. So,
mission accomplished.
So we did beat the sun more than it looks right now.
Yes.
But we were sitting down here playing around with it. We were worried because some wire that's like antiquated now, or you only use it if you're going to like use it to have like a local switch as opposed to using the flip
the wall switch. Yeah,
so like with the remote it's kind of useless, but now we can change the tones out here.
Yeah.
Which the light that we don't normally like in the house, I think, is the one we're going to use outside here.
Yeah, that
it's
really
just
bright
like
white.
a bright light. We're going to see how the bugs tend to it, because I'm not going to always have the fan on, and we'll have the fan, which will keep
the bugs away and
somewhat cool
and keep us cool. Yeah.
But
the bugs away, that's my thing.
No, but you feel a big difference between even it on the low setting, you can still feel it like coming down, and then on the high setting, which we'll probably have it on all the time under here, you can really feel a cooling difference.
True.
So mission accomplished. Now all we have to do is dinner and maybe watch another movie and do some recording, if not for you guys, if not on our BS, which I'd like to do. But Absolute Sitter definitely have to go get recorded tonight. I'm about 2 days behind on recording for them.
Scratching your freaking
finger. Itches, bro.
Dan has a special type of eczema. It is literally eczema of the hands. It can be feet too.
Yeah, it can be.
I think hands and feet.
It's just,
so it's eczema, but it literally is. Yeah, and he's kept it on this one finger, but it gets better, it gets worse, it gets better, it gets worse.
The doctor says it comes out with stress too.
Yes, so he has to stay stress-free. But you know, profession and life can be a little difficult for that. So see you on the other side.
By actual demand or request, I should say, we're gonna catch Lisa in action, because she says she does stuff too, as if she don't do half of the projects in there. Nobody is under any kind of pretense that Lisa don't do her parts when it comes to putting up these things. Everything is functioning, but there was like, you know, that situation where you have that like, what's this extra screw for? We literally ran into that. We found 2 extra screws, and there's 4 screws that like hold on the little retaining part. It doesn't support any weight, so they're not super consequential, but just put them up and done, right? I kind of gave her that look like, do we really need those screws? Like, it obviously works without it, but at the same time, kind of glad she kind of just forcing and we'll put it together. So Lisa up there warring with it now. Bruh. Me not concern myself with that. Me not concern myself with that. Yo, This I can't take with Lisa now, you know. She gotta find one next thing wrong. What round part that cover what now?
Because I could see the cords here.
And there's something that covers that.
I think so.
I don't think so.
No? Alright.
I think you're making up things now to make it that we never get this thing done. You see what you say? Alright. See you guys.
I think it's one of a kind. There's something special about your love. I want it all the time.